11 years ago yesterday, I graduated from a year-long program at the Coach Training Alliance and became a certified life coach. Recently, I talked to my coach. I found her on LinkedIn, Laurie Cameron, and I thought we were following each other, but we weren't. We were following each other on Facebook. And I just realized I forgot I had an old account that got hacked, so I had a new account. But anyway, we found each other. And I told her it's been 11 years. She's like, oh my goodness. And I love coaching. She was the best teacher. Oh, she was the best teacher. She was a great combination of um, smarts, toughness, um, humor, encouragement. It was a great program, and I will never forget it. It cost for me a lot of money. It was like around $4,000 or $5,000. I paid for it. I paid for it myself. I worked very hard, and I said I wasn't going to do it on the advice of my Aunt Faith, who got me thinking about it. At first, I was like, oh, yeah, life coach. Life coach has such bad connotations, right? Like when you just look at stars, and I mean, it's more than that, obviously. But um, the school was legit, is legit, and I went back and got more certifications. I have several certifications under a life coaching um, umbrella. Two of my major ones are I'm also a certified divorce coach. I'm looking over here by all my medals. I'm also got certificate for professional media organization. I have all kinds of different ones, but I have several coaching. My two big ones are divorce coaching. My big three, just say three ones are divorce coaching, media coaching, and then of course just general life coaching, which can include up to and also organization. Um, And I have clients over the years where I've had seen major success. I've had clients where we parted on good terms, but they didn't get what they wanted out of me. And but I see them because I follow them still, some of them, and they're putting into practice some of the things I told them. Because one of the things about that Laurie Cameron taught me as a life coach, we have no bearing on the outcome. The outcome is not about us. We give the tools, we do our best. We don't overpromise. There's something like your star. You ever say that? You never say that. Make your star or like that. But I'm going to get you this for sure. What you say is, I will get you to the place. I will help you get there, and results will happen if you follow these things with me. You stick with me. Consistency. They had told me by the time I left the first course that I would have two. I should have two clients, paid clients when I left, and I did actually. So I was a go-getter, so it worked for me. What I like about my clients is they're excited, they're happy, they're fighting, they're the epiphanies that happen each meeting. Sometimes they slide, and I stay calm, and I'm just like, okay, let me invite you to think of it this way, and they go, oh, I never thought of it that way. So like it's just the human condition is to just it's happening to me, and that's it. But there's a lot of things that we bring on ourselves. Sometimes just change perspectives. It's a lot of stuff. I love words, and I love the techniques that I learned in coaching. Um, and I really can't believe it's been 11 years because it was 2014, April 2014. We're in 2025. I'm like, this and time goes by fast, and I want to thank all the people who've taken their time with me. Some who've left, some who've stuck with me. Um, I hope either way, there's not one size fits all. But I hope at least this goes with my organizing clients too. I've been with them 16 years on that. Just I hope that you hear my voice occasionally as a positive hearing. Like, oh, that's James. He's saying I should do this, or James said do this. Like always something good. As you had some takeaways from me because I have my books and my stuff, but it's also just putting into practice. And every person is different. I love listening to them and seeing what they need and want, and it's amazing. Um, And people make fun of life coaches, of course. Anybody call themselves a life coach, but I feel because I got certifications off my name, I paid money for them, I got some great training, that I do stand out head and shoulders above the ones who just say, I'm a life coach. But anybody can say they're a life coach. And I want to say, I just want to mention this too, and this is something that I see a lot of coaches do. What happens, what I see happen is someone starts reading. They get self-help books, things like that. And I read some too. So you read, or you read somebody's biography and you really get into their philosophy. And you read and read and read and read all this stuff. And I notice a lot of coaches, I don't quote a lot of people specifically. I have my own quotes, but a lot of people who quote other people. Well, Tony Robbins always says, and my light always says, Caesar Speeder always says, like it's all these things, and that's great too. Because I said Brene Brown changed my life with her definition on forgiveness. So I did a whole episode on that here. It was very popular. So no, I mean, there are people that I do read and go, yeah, they said this, but and someone else said this on one of their IGs on Instagram. Read, but you got to put into practice. And you should find your own practice. Like, what is it that you believe? We're an amalgamation of all things we learn. So all those readings, yeah, absorb. But how do you mix it in with you, stir it up into a stew that is you, and bring it back out to the world? There are some folks who I know some coaches who are followers. They find a person or a way and they do it and it's fine. They are followers. They push that way. It's like an Amway sales girl. They like Amway products. They're focused. And that's fine. Some people, but I like the coaches who don't do that, who have experience and travel and knowledge and education. And I don't need them to be super relatable to me. I don't need them to be an influencer online. Just like say some stuff that makes sense. I'm like, okay, it comes from you. You say, well, my experience. I like folks who have their own experience. They use it for good, meaning they use it for things now. I love that. Those kind of people, I follow them all the time. I love it. Um, I love the ones that aren't screaming and yelling at me to change my life. That doesn't work for me. My favorite transformational people is Audrey Hope, who I've had on the show many times, and I need to ever get on the show. I just love her. I love her energy. I love her presence. She predicted something for me that did come true. Just a fan, just a fan in general. It's like I just like her, her energy. So I think last week on the show again, and I just a huge fan. Um, and so for me, it's that quoting quotations and saying things. I'm like, that's just not. They're fine sometimes. When someone just does that constantly, I'm like, I want to know what you think, what you feel, what your experience says to me. I should follow you, not just because you're on somebody else's behalf, but for you. Why should I follow you? Why do you think you could better my life? And I've seen some quacks, people who just okay. And I had shown on this before, folks who fake it, who claim they're huge, and they have like nobody. But I like the ones who are authentic. I like the ones who just, here's my life. It's what I've done. I can help on some level. Here you go. I like those. That's pretty much how I am. One size does not fit all. But I have my books, my science stuff that I can use to research a way to help my clients. That's what I was talking about outside. Um, And I think that's what I do best is I listen. I have classes on how to listen properly and things like that. So that's what I do. Um, Congratulations to me. Coach Trade Alliance was my school. International Coaching Federation is the community ICF. I'm glad to be a part of all these things. It's so much fun. Um, I like being a life coach. I do. Especially I'm here to help people in certain areas. I'm very much about getting started. My specialties are organization and getting started. A lot of help's on Facebook, a lot of help.com, my site. And I will see you next time. Thanks everybody for the last 11 years as a life coach.